Some of the top features of FieldView that growers have valued over harvest has been being able to fill one harvest map across multiple headers, so the live streaming of the maps in real time. So say for example, the owner wants to see where each one of the headers are, or the chaser bin wants to see where the headers are. Another thing has been in relation to the harvest summaries, particularly for those people that are running contract headers, for example, and wanting to get that data back to the farm operators. A really useful feature has been the remote view function, which is being able to remote view into the machine to see what the actual machine is reading and the information coming through in the cab. One of the tips I would say to the operators in the cab is have your auto prompt setting on in the cab so that when you are entering into a new field, you are auto prompting to change the field to the next field to make it active, and not confirming that you're active until you've actually entered into that field. If you're collecting data from multiple headers, there's a couple of things to consider. The first one would be making sure that all the iPads have a SIM card in it would give you the best experience in terms of all filling the same map, as well as being able to see where the other operators are in the field. Making sure that every one of the accounts is logged into the same account and you have boundaries loaded into there. You would never take your header out without doing a mechanical check over before the season, so I say it's good to do the same thing with your data, making sure that you're selecting the correct boundary and the correct crop type of that field that you're going into. Everyone's machines are slightly different, so there'll be some people that will have a header where the FieldView drive plugs directly into the diagnostic port. Other people might potentially have a third-party display, which means that we would then tap in with a harness with the FieldView drive into the back of the screen. So a quick conversation with one of our support team will help to identify what growers will particularly need for their setup for harvest. The other thing that would be really important is making sure that the lead times for getting sorted is further out from when you'll start harvest, so that we can make sure it's as seamless as possible and have enough time to provide a bit of training at the beginning. Pretty easy for me to say that it's an easy to use tool, but the feedback we've had from both growers and their advisors is that the tool has been a lot easier than they expected. And we've got growers that started with yield mapping and have since done trials at seeding time, so they've progressed quite far through that journey.